And hello, everybody. 8 o'clock on the dot. You know what that means. Thank you so much for joining me here on the Atlanta News First Alert desk. I'm going to play around with this picture here. We're looking a little bright. Let me see if I can bring that down for you guys. We should be doing a little bit better. Okay. So anyway, a couple of stories I want to talk to you guys about tonight. It is Thursday. It's my Friday, though. So if it's my Friday, it's your Friday too, so we're gonna enjoy this one together. A couple of things we're gonna roll into here. I've actually got 4 stories lined up for you tonight, and we are going to start off with a pretty serious story here, an unfortunate story at that, basically. But it's one that we've been covering for a while. An inmate at the Fulton County Jail, his name is Thompson. He was found unresponsive in his cell back in September, and he was covered in what his attorney says is bedbug bites and other insect bites, and some of these images coming out of this story are hard to view. But right now, his attorney and his family are demanding answers. In a way, this is LaShawn right here. They're saying they want that jail shut down and a brand new one to be built. You can see just how bad it looks. This was a cell, guys. This is where he was found unresponsive. And so when you've got a family member in a situation like this, it's tough. It's a tough pill to swallow, knowing that there's a chance that this family member, who they identify as having mental health problems, was not getting the care that he needed. Now, the jail is saying they have recently put $500,000 into ensuring that their infestation, their bedbug infestation, was handled, and that they're also looking into ways to get a better jail in the first place. Sheriff Pat Labatt has been consistently saying that they need a new jail, that they want a new jail. The money, though, $2 billion to build a new Fulton County jail. It's the largest, most populous county in the state, as you know, and so you're going to need a place to house that population. $2 billion worth of money to make that happen. Now, I do believe I have a little bit of his brother, LaShawn Thompson's brother, spoke earlier today. Listen to what he had to say about this, what's now an ongoing investigation.
It's heartbreaking because nobody should be seen like that. Nobody should see that. But the first thing that entered my mind was Emmett Till. I thought about Emmett Till. Comparing those photos, it was heartbreaking. It was hard to look at.
And so, yeah, as this one moves forward, we'll let you know. Zach Summers has been covering this extensively since we first learned of it, since the attorneys and the family first hired the attorneys. Stay with Atlanta News First, and we will bring you updates because we're sure there will be updates moving forward. The next story is a weird story. You send your kid to school. You don't expect them to come home with a broken leg, but that's exactly what happened to a 9-year-old in Gwinnett County. Megan Packer has been covering this story, and I want you to just take a listen. It's a weird one, and right now, no answers.
The parents say what started inside the school here ended with their son in the emergency room. They say the principal went too far when restraining their son when he was acting out.
Mr. Wallace literally stomped on it.
Why did he stomp on it?
Trying to restrain me.
So he stomped on your foot to restrain you?
Lisa Hall-Shell is emotional looking back on this video she took of her 9-year-old son Tuesday. She wanted to immediately document what she says happened inside W.J. Cooper Elementary School.
His tibia on his right leg was fractured from the inside. So that means that he was laying on the floor when somebody stomped on his leg.
He's using crutches now and learning to get around on this scooter. The mother says her son has ADHD, is on the autism spectrum, and is in an emotional behavior disabilities class. She says he got into a fight with another student at the school where she works, and her son was brought to a behavior recovery room where he's been taken before. That's where she and her husband, Keith Shell, say Principal Paul Willis injured her son in front of another administrator.
I think he should lose his job.
And I tell you, I'm furious. I don't even want to look at this man. I don't want to look at him because there's no excuse.
Principal Willis sent a letter home to parents after the incident saying a child assaulted a classmate and hit, kicked, and bit Willis and another administrator. He wrote in part, "I want to be clear, no Cooper Elementary staff intentionally or unintentionally harmed this child." The district says the Gwinnett County School Police and HR departments are investigating. The Shells say DFACS is also looking into it. While the principal was not at work today, the district says he has not been suspended and no disciplinary action has been taken against him. Near Loganville in Gwinnett County, Megan Packer, Atlanta News First.
I had to unmute myself there. You've got a little bit of a back and forth. The school saying they had nothing to do with it, but the parents are trying to figure out how their student comes home with a broken tibia. Megan Packer is going to continue to follow this one for us. Once that school provides more update in their ongoing investigation, we'll be sure to let you know. The next story is a happier story for the most part. I'm going to give you guys the chance to look at some really, really cute baby animals, because this is the time when we here in the metro and all over the country, really, we start to see those infant animals that might get abandoned or lost. It's that time of year, and so basically, we're trying to let you guys know what to do if you come in contact with one of these animals. So right now, there is a shelter that is working. Aware Wildlife is the name. They take in these baby animals here. There's a possum right here, and they've got squirrels, they've got ducks, even snakes. Anything that is in need of help, this place is doing their best to get them back to life. It looks like a bat right there. And yeah, they're all cute. They're all very cute. You never think you'd be looking at, a baby bat in your driveway or whatever capacity, but it happens. And that's the point. So when you see these baby animals that are in need of help, even the baby squirrel, the first thing you need to do is ensure that you aren't in any harm. So if an animal is showing signs of aggression or even rabid activity, you need to keep your distance. No matter how cute it may seem or how much you want to help, you need to protect yourself, because those are dangerous diseases that could be passed along. Once you are able to determine if the animal is helpable or not as far as its aggression levels, then you need to reach out to your local rehabilitation centers, such as Aware Wildlife, where they're taking in all types of animals. We've seen squirrels, we've seen turtles, we've seen crows, bats, possums, you name it, they've got it. And their goal isn't to keep the animal forever, it's to rehabilitate it, to re-release it into the wild. You'd be surprised how often you're likely going to start seeing even a beaver, baby animals running around in your yards and your backyards and whatnot. Make the call, get it done, do it safely, keep yourself safe, and if you are an animal lover, you will very potentially save a life, because that's what this is. When these animals are separated from their mothers, their fathers, in whatever capacity as infants, they can do a lot better than you'd think, but chances are slim. It's life-saving care like Aware Wildlife that really gives these animals a second shot. So keep that in mind moving forward the next time you're walking down the sidewalk and maybe you see that baby bird or that baby squirrel that doesn't have a family member or a parental figure around it. The next thing I want to talk to you guys about, and the last thing for tonight really, is it's a sad story. I hate to end on a sad story. I wish I had played this one earlier, but it's got a decently good ending in this one. A dog, a puppy, escaped his Clayton County home and returned with a bullet wound to the face. And the family's trying to figure out how in the world that happened, who shot the dog. The good news is the dog is going to survive and going to recover in about 6 months, but that family is dealing with some pretty hefty medical bills.
A puppy in the fight of her young life.
I don't understand why someone would shoot her instead of just calling the police or animal control.
Year-and-a-half-old Harley was shot in the face on Easter Sunday. No one knows who did it. Now she's wearing a muzzle to hold her jaw closed. The family was given the choice to put her down, but believed Harley could be saved.
As soon as we seen her and she was wagging her tail, looking at us, asking for going home basically, we couldn't resign doing this.
The Pyrenees mix escaped from her Clayton County home April 9th. The family tells us they don't know where Harley went or what happened, except that the pup came back with a gaping wound and multiple shattered bones, along with a bullet lodged on the left side of her cheek.
She left a trace of blood in the neighborhood, but she ran straight to the house.
The family rushed Harley to Auburn University College of Veterinary Medicine. Her emergency care cost $3,000. Next will be dental surgery, costing upwards of $5,000. Family friend Vincent Bornert, an Emory University student, is worried about the money, but volunteering to see Harley through her recovery.
Feeding her takes 1 hour. She's fed through a feeding tube.
The family wants justice for Harley, but without any leads yet. Clayton County Police say it doesn't look very promising.
The only thing we can think now is taking care of her and going forward.
Some good news: with the right love and support, Harley is expected to be back to her normal self in about 5 to 6 months. If you have any information about what happened to Harley, you're urged to contact Clayton County Police. In Atlanta, Amanda Rose, Atlanta News First.
So, like I said, I promise you it does have a pretty good ending there where the dog is expected to survive and fully recover. But it, kind of sucks the fact that we may never know who decided to pull the trigger on what seemed like a very cute, happy, nice animal. So that is it for me. I'm going to step aside, give things over to Patrick Pete. We've got a couple of first alerts coming up here in the forecast, and it's a pretty busy weekend here as we get into the third week of April, just about. So a lot of festivals starting to pick up. Dogwood Festival is one of them. He's going to be able to tell you what days are the best days to be out and what days are the best days to be in. Patrick?
Yes, sir. Unfortunately, we had some rain today, a couple of rumbles of thunder across portions of North Georgia. And as we head through the next 24 hours, we're still looking at that same system giving us a rain chance. If there's any kind of good news about the next 24 hours is that we're not expecting the rain to be as intense or widespread as what we saw today. So the worst for sure has moved through our area. Let's take a look at the next couple of days here. And you can see we are first alerting your Friday because of the rain and the storms. Not expecting any severe weather. That risk is going to be to our east. And then we're going to dry out just in time for your Saturday, which is going to be picture perfect for everybody who's looking to get out and get, I think there's a Dogwood Festival. I believe there's a Renaissance Festival. All of those things really just kicking off this weekend. It's going to be a good day to be outside. So if you want to take the kids out to the park, that's going to be a good day to do that. Unfortunately, Sunday, we're tracking a cold front that's going to move into the area and bring us the chance of some showers and some storms. So let's get you through the next 24 hours. We're talking about this low pressure system rotating around, and it looks like any rain tomorrow morning is going to be very light, very nuisance. We're talking maybe hitting that windshield wiper on the first lever to start off the morning. So pretty mild day. We'll be in the upper 50s, near 60 degrees for the first half of your morning. By lunchtime, we're going to see a little bit more moisture build into the area. Noticing it's not spreading the area. Everybody isn't blanketing in rain, and we're not seeing a lot of yellows and reds. So that means that we're just talking about rain. But as we head into the afternoon, some isolated thunderstorms are going to be possible after the lunchtime and through the 5 o'clock hour. I do think that we'll be tracking a little bit of shower activity for the evening commute, but I don't think everybody's going to see it. Matter of fact, some folks are going to start to see some breaks in the clouds. So we'll start to see partly cloudy skies across parts of the region. As that low lifts away, it's going to take with it not only the rain chances, but it's going to start to bring those clouds toward the north and east as well, as temperatures are going to dip a little bit as we head into the overnight, but still going to be quite nice for the start of your Saturday morning. Sunshine for sure here in Atlanta, dominating the first half of your Saturday, but clouds are going to start to build in. This is out ahead of that cold front that's going to slide through on Sunday. So Saturday, a really good day to be out there at the Dogwood Festival. If you were thinking about getting out and maybe running, I think that there's a mimosa marathon Saturday morning. Temperatures are going to be in the upper 50s, low 60s. Perfect to run 5K because I think it's 5K. And then we're looking at numbers that are going to be gradually climbing into the low 70s around lunchtime. Grab your sunglasses, put on your shorts and your T-shirts, and have a nice time at the park. It's going to be gorgeous for the second half of your Saturday as well. Unfortunately, that cold front is going to arrive on Sunday. And we've been talking about this for a couple of days here, and what we're not expecting is for this to be overwhelming, but we see rain and we see thunderstorms possible with this, and we're timing that out right now. Guidance is hinting at this being an early day event, and if I could cross my fingers and make my desire happen, it would exit by around 2, but we're going to fine-tune that forecast for you not only this evening, but we'll be doing that for you tomorrow as well so that you can plan your Sunday. For now, know that we are first alerting for at least some partial rain showers and thunderstorms moving in along that front. Not looking at a severe risk as of now. Meanwhile, temperatures are going to be a little chilly on the backside of that cold front Monday morning, but we rebound nicely heading into the afternoon into the upper 60s. And then, check it out. The forecast as we head towards Tuesday and Wednesday. I have this thing where I like to say the forecast is going to be golden, because when I think of a golden forecast, I think of perfect weather. And for me, the mid to upper 70s with low humidity is golden. This is sweet as the forecast can get. It's a very typical spring day. It's how it's supposed to be. We're very close to seasonal for Tuesday. And just fantastic weather to get out in the afternoon. The mornings are a little chilly enough for you to maybe need that hoodie if you're going for that morning run. Maybe send the kids off to school with a light jacket. But by around lunchtime, they're ripping that jacket off and just, having a good time at recess. Meanwhile, we're warming up to 80 degrees by Thursday. So we'll have to deal with a little bit of instability on the front end, but things do improve for us as we head towards next week. What's going on, Wesley? Hopefully you're having a good night, buddy. Thank you for joining us on Facebook. What's going on, YouTube? I see all 14 of you not speaking to me, saying, hey, tell me what's going on. Tell me what do you think of the forecast. If you have any questions, I am here to break down anything. And, of course, hello to all of you at home that are joining us on Roku and Amazon and all of our other digital streaming options there. So, leaving the 7-day forecast up just for a couple of minutes so that you guys can make plans. And hopefully you are zoning into Saturday because Saturday is going to be amazing. I mean, that's the best way to say it. And then we'll look at some showers around Sunday, at least part of the day as this cold front slides through. And then next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is just as good as it gets. Lots of sun, lots of comfortable temperatures. We're not quite ready to go to the pool just yet. We need about 5 to 7 more degrees on some of these days, but really just going to be picture perfect. So we're going to have more on tomorrow's rain chances. We have new information that's coming in. We want to make sure we give you guys, the most accurate representation of what we expect to happen tomorrow. And you can catch that at 9 and 10 on Peachtree TV. And then, of course, on Atlanta News First at 11. So you guys have a fantastic Thursday. And I will see you in a little bit on TV.